Hello and welcome back to yet another Crypto Empire live stream. I am your host, Connor from Crypto Empire, and this is where we dominate the crypto market. I want to welcome everybody to the live stream today. It is Monday, so happy Monday. It is the start of a new week to absolutely crush, to dominate. So you should have a positive attitude towards Monday. I know I certainly do. I'm ready to crush it. Hope you are as well. With that being said, I do want to welcome everybody to the live stream. We got Ghost Shot LDN saying let's go. My guy is hyped up for the live stream. I absolutely love to see it. He actually wanted me to start the stream early. Appreciate your support, Ghost Shot LDN. And of course, we got Dre with us as well. So if you're just tuning in, smash up that like button. And if you're brand new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well. With that being said, let's hop right into my computer and go over the crypto market cap overview. So taking a look at the crypto market cap at the current moment in time, we're just under $1 trillion. Overall market cap is $977 billion. Bitcoin is trading for $20,786, looking a little bit shaky right now. If the bulls cannot pull together and go for a little bit of a rally, we will go ahead and sweep those lows at 17,500, which is what I've been talking about now for a while. All right, so we got to be ready for that sweep of the lows here. It's very, very plausible. So all the people saying that the bottom is in, we're headed up, it's over, the bear market is over. I think you have another thing coming. I still think we are headed lower here, and it could be very soon if the bulls cannot pull strong and go for a little bit of a rally now. We have Ethereum trading for $1,188, and our top 10 is relatively unfazed. We have the same exact top 10 that we have had, and everything is moving in parallel with Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin goes up, altcoins go up. Bitcoin goes down, your altcoins will go down. That's the game we are playing right now. Taking a look at today's top gainers, we have Stacks up 6.4%. Then we got Chili's. Shout out to Chili's. Shout out to all the football fans out there, all the soccer fans. Chili's up 5.8%, trading at almost 11 cents now, all right? So Chili's is a very good coin. Chili's has crushed it for Crypto Empire in the past, and I think it will again in the future. So good to see Chili's up here on the top gainers list for today. We got Tron up 5.5%. We got Evmos up 3.5%, and everything else is relatively flat after that. Taking a look at the losers today, we do have a bit of some losers with Synthetics up or down 12.1%. Then we got Tencent, of course, the Launchpad token. And number 73 in market cap. Again, that just goes to show you what happens when there's no selling, right? When people don't sell, your market cap stands firm. And that's what we're seeing with Tencent right now. Down 11.3% on the day, yes, but it's number 73 in market cap. This thing was like 200 in market cap during the bull run, right? But nobody's selling it, so very interesting to see. Polygon Matic down 9.5%. Matic, of course, one of our favorites here at Crypto Empire. And yeah, we'll be taking a look at the Matic chart for sure this live stream to go over the TA and look for opportunities on the best way to actually trade Matic, because Matic is one of our favorites to trade here at Crypto Empire. And we got Step and GMT down 8%, Thorchain Rune down 9%, Near Protocol down 7.7%. So a lot of red today, but not a lot of big sell-offs. Just mild kind of single-digit sell-offs. Nothing crazy really going on right now because we are waiting for Bitcoin to go ahead and make its move. Bitcoin, let's go look at the Bitcoin chart right now because we are waiting, like I said, for Bitcoin to show us its hand, show us its cards, so we can go ahead and know with more clarity which direction this wants to go. So looking at the Bitcoin chart currently, as you can see, we had a nice big fat red candle this morning. A red candle of 3.65%, all right? So we are now at $20,715 on the chart. We broke support down here at $20,850. If the bulls can't get back above $20,850 and make a push, right, this needs to be broken up here. This was the resistance that kept on getting us rejected at 21,500 up to 21,900. If the bulls cannot recapture this level, where are we headed? We are headed down to Goblin Town. All right, where is Goblin Town? Below 18K. If we can't get back above, really, if we can't get above 22K here, we are going to go ahead and most likely sweep these lows down here and go below 17,500. I did think we would get up higher. right? Like I have been saying, our big shorting zone is going to be up here at $22,800. I did think that the bulls would have some more strength to get up there, but as we're seeing in the chart, just like we saw when price was up higher over here at around $30,000, it only managed to go as high as $32,437 up here. And just as let me go ahead and change my arrow while we're looking at this. So while we were up here, I was saying how I wanted to see the price go up higher towards $33,000, $34,000 in order for us to look for shorts. And we never made it there, right? The buyers were so weak when we were up here that we only managed to make it up to $32,437. We never made it up to $33,000, $34,000. Everybody who was watching the stream, watching the channel at that time should remember this quite well, where we never made it to this higher level. Instead, we just went ahead and after a period of time of around 32 days, of around 1 month, we just crashed lower. All right, now we could have a similar situation play out here. But I really did think we would get up to 22,800. However, it is possible that this is as high as we're going to go before our next leg down. And it's also possible that we go ahead and do a similar type of situation if the fractals play out, where we go sideways for like a month again. Right, and this would take us to mid-July if this were to happen, if we were to go sideways for another month. But as it stands right now, Bitcoin getting rejected from resistance, no strength from any buyers, strong selling volume on that last 4-hour candle to take us down back under 21K. All right, so we're sitting at the support level at 20,500 approximately. We do have a lower support level at 20,000, down as low as 19,850. This solid yellow line on the chart. And if we lose that, we are headed back down to sub 19K. It's very simple. And this is the same tight range that we have been trading in since last week. So let's speak about this for a second. How to trade this current market, because this is not the normal, usual bull run market that we had for the past 2 years. Like I've been saying, this is a much different market and it requires a much more sufficient skill set. You simply cannot be an amateur and expect to dominate this market if this is your first few months, first year trading. You actually have to know what you are doing right now and you need skills, all right? And one skill of trading is actually knowing basically when to go heavy, when to go light with your position sizing, and when to be really active and aggressive and when to be more passive. Right now, it's one of those moments where you want to be more passive in the market. I mean, we haven't really made any ground for the past week, over 1 week, right? If we go back to the daily chart, look at these daily candles. We have been going sideways really for the past 10 days, okay? So in these 10 days, if you were, I'm not saying it's not possible to be aggressive and have very high returns, but all I'm saying is in trading it can be counterintuitive to be hyper productive and always feel like you need to be doing something. All right, during times like this, you want to let the market show its hand and then go ahead and enter when it's actually going to go ahead and move. Yesterday we did have the Sunday scam pump. As you can see, we went as high as $21,898, and it was a fierce rejection. Right, that was the local high now. Yesterday's pump on Sunday. So that just goes to show you the weekend price action is heavily manipulated. There is a lot less volume, a lot less liquidity, and all that means is that it's easier to move the price with your derivatives, okay? With your futures markets, with your leveraged markets. Derivatives make it very easy to move the price when there is low liquidity. So that's exactly what we did see yesterday with the pump up to $21,900. Fiercely got rejected. Market makers toyed with all of the bulls, led them on, and then just squashed them down like a little fly. Okay, so that's what we saw yesterday. Now we do have some more, volume in the market. As you can see, the 1 hour candle that we had just 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago with the big drop down was higher than all of the candles from the weekend. Okay, so we do have some more volume picking up now in the market, so that is good to see. However, now is still definitely one of those times where we're waiting for Bitcoin to play its hand, which will show us the direction of where we want to be trading in, right? So that is what is going on with the Bitcoin price. We'll be taking a closer look at it in just one moment. We got Jeremy Moser saying your intro track is so heavy. Appreciate that, Jeremy. Glad that you like the intro track. I am a fan of it myself. Black Apollo saying, what's poppin', Crypto Empire? What's happening, Black Apollo? We got Elvis with us, giving the little eyes. What's going on, Elvis? We got Amara saying, let's go. We got Randy saying hi from Mexico. Big shout out to Randy all the way in Mexico. And we got Jeremy over in South Africa. And Randy saying, I'm trying to get into the Discord, but emails bounced. Yes, Randy, that was me that told you to email cryptoempireco@gmail.com. That's my official email. If you go to the About page and you go to view email address, you'll see cryptoempireco@gmail.com. I got your email. I saw that you were, nervous that it wasn't me in the email, but that is me 100%. Okay, so you can follow the instructions that I am sending you in email because that is me, all right? I have a lot of impersonators. I'm very aware of that, but you are speaking to me over email. I can confirm that, Randy. So, yes, I'll address that after the stream with you one-on-one, but just know that it is me, all right? And Morel saying Nancy Pelosi skills. Yes, we all need those Nancy skills, knowing how to time the market, don't we? And let's see. Dalton saying, what's up, Connor and Empire fam? Let's be like predators stalking its prey and then strike as the trades present themselves. Absolutely, Dalton. That's how we do things, my man. And we got Moby Sage saying, I made it. Good morning, Empire. Shout out to Moby Sage. Wherever you are in the world, Moby, big shout out to you for always supporting the Empire. All right, taking a look at Bitcoin again on the 1 hour chart. Looks like we are kind of headed lower here, but we're at a support level now. So if this support can't hold, we're going to go down to 20K. If it can bounce, we need to get back above, first of all, 21,500 and then make a higher high and, head up here to this upper supply zone, or we will go ahead and we will sweep these lows. What does that mean for your altcoins? It means that if we do get rejected hard here, which is already in process, your altcoins are going to drop like a rock with Bitcoin. So be prepared for that. Shorting opportunities are on the table. Now, let's go ahead and also take a look at the dominance chart. So Bitcoin dominance continuing to go ahead and use this trend line as support currently. This trend line is still controlling the dominance. All right, so we want to see a bounce here. Because again, we want to see dominance rise. Right? We need dominance to really rise back above 50%. Flush all the garbage out of the market. Show everybody that Bitcoin is the boss once again, because a lot of people tend to forget during the bull runs that Bitcoin is the king of crypto and will remain that way for the foreseeable future. So we do want to see dominance go ahead and rise back above 50%. So we're looking for a bounce from this trend line right now where the current dominance is. Now looking at the DXY as well, DXY still sitting up here in this upper resistance. All right, waiting for the Fed's call, really. So we want we want to see the DXY drop because of the inverse correlation with BTC and stocks, etc. When the dollar gets weaker, risk-on assets get stronger, and that is the time to flip the switch to risk-on. But it is not that time just yet. So hold your horses. It's not time to go ahead and go balls to the wall just yet. We will get back to that time, but right now it's simply a time to go ahead and slowly accumulate, do your dollar cost averaging, trade the market, make gains, roll those over into your DCAs, etc., etc., roll the profits over. It is not the time to be full on risk on aggressive just yet. I know a lot of guys are foaming at the mouth right now, waiting for the next bull run, right? So positive that it's so close. Listen, you got another thing coming. We got months. So just relax, chill out, and learn some more skills so that you don't get wrecked again in the next bull run, all right? Now is the time to be learning and honing your skills, sharpening your sword, not the time to be a crazy raging bull expecting higher prices tomorrow. That will only leave you severely disappointed and squash your expectations. All right, let's go ahead and look at Matic, because we have been watching Matic for some time now. And Matic, as you can see, so originally I was extremely confident to short this level up here at 60 cents. Extremely confident. This is an important lesson here. All right, so I went ahead, I took a short. All right, I call this original move down. Price goes, bounced back up. We're ranging, we're chopping around. I end up exiting for break even, right? I'm like, all right, screw this. I'm getting out of this trade. I'm going to wait for, cleaner price action. So now my original thesis is playing out after like 4 days up here. 1, 2, 3. We're on the fourth day. Now we're finally getting the drop that I knew was coming, right? But the market loves to make you doubt yourself, doubt your, edge in the marketplace, right? We're at a fib level up here. We're in resistance. All my signals were lining up for a big short here. And then we had yesterday's Sunday scam pump, and I'm like, I actually exited this on Saturday. I just got out of break even. Anyway, we're now seeing Matic go ahead and start its descent lower, all right? So this just goes to show you to absolutely trust your gut as a trader. There's no doubt about that. And yeah, let it just play out, really. So anyway, Matic finally starting to drop now at 53 cents, as you can see. So we do have a drop-based rally, big demand zone down here on Matic, coming into play at 50 cents down to 48.3 cents, okay? So if this current level is lost on Matic, we will be headed right down here to around 49, 48 cents. And then from there, realistically, if this is the downtrend, like if Bitcoin loses support, Matic, where is Matic headed? Matic is making lower lows here. Matic is going to go ahead and get sold off extremely hard, and the lows are currently at 31.6 cents. Right, if this is the continuation of the downtrend, if this was just a bull market bounce of 100%, then we will go ahead and break these lows down here at 31, and we will head sub 25, all right? So what does this mean? It means that there's no rush, but you're going to want to use your lower time frames and look for short entries if Bitcoin does actually confirm the downtrend, all right? It's not off the table just yet that Bitcoin wants to go ahead and reverse. Yes, it seems obviously doubtful with this big red candle we just had, but understand that, this price action right now is very choppy and it is very manipulated, right? We don't necessarily know exactly what's going to happen here. All we can do is basically play our cards as we do see fit. And as it stands right now, if Bitcoin doesn't bounce from this level, then yes, it is most likely headed lower and it will head to sweep the lows. But it is still possible that we do bounce from here. Although I would say the probability is now lower that we do see a bounce, all right? So expect the bears to go ahead and claw their way down, claw the price down. If you didn't know, that's why we say bears, right? Because bears attack with a downward swipe and bulls attack with their horns up. A little bit of a lesson there for you, for anybody who's unaware of why we use the terms bull and bear in the market. Anyway, that is Matic, right? So our original thesis is playing out here as we expected, but I'm no longer in this trade. But guess what? I don't really care, right? I understand how trading works, that there's always going to be another opportunity right around the corner. And yeah, I mean, my overall P&L really does speak for itself. So everything is just okay, being the fact that I missed this one trade, all right? You can't let one trade affect you too much, right? If you let that happen, you're simply an amateur and you're too emotional. Until you can wash out your emotions, you won't be successful. It doesn't matter if you're trading, if you're doing anything that requires a high stress tolerance. If you cannot manage your emotions, you are not cut out for it, all right? So definitely learn to, manage your emotions, take care of yourself, take care of your physical well-being, your mental well-being, or else, because all that stuff really does play a big part in this, all right? So unless you can manage that, this game simply isn't for you. Now, that's just the cold, hard reality of the situation. Let's go ahead and catch up with the live chat, see what's going on. Richard saying hi from Uganda. What's up, Richard? How are you? Elvis Connor, please take a look at Rune when it's time for altcoins. For sure we will, Elvis. Appreciate you. Let's see. Nurala saying hi from Ireland. See you again. What's up? Nurala Muhammad, how are you? Black Apollo saying Connor is the most accurate and truthful crypto YouTuber on the platform. Everybody else out here saying it's a green slide from here on, causing many to lose a lot of money. Yeah, Black Apollo, a lot of people on here are like, honestly, I don't even understand what goes through their head when they open their mouth, to be quite frank with you. Right? I just tell you the objective reality of the situation, but the thing is, people get very view hungry. So they do whatever it takes to get more views and subscribers on their channel. Of course, I want to grow, I want to get bigger, but I'm not going to be an idiot doing so, all right? I'm just going to speak the truth, play my cards how I do see fit. and just be myself. And I know everything will work out in the end naturally, right? Because that's just how the universe really does work. If you want it and you consistently put action forth, put energy into it, it will happen. That's just, a fact, right? So they can all be clowns out there. I'll keep doing my thing, dominating the market. I do appreciate your support, Black Apollo. Big shout out to you. Nurala Muhammad saying, what do you think about Step App? Ponzi-nomics, right? If you enter it, milk it dry while you can. But just know it probably won't last. Probably doesn't have longevity. But if you enter it now, just milk it for what you can, right? Go do your daily walks, etc. Moby saying, Connor, how long do you think we'll be in DCA mode? In other words, once the bottom is in, how long will we chop sideways? I'd say you have at least bare minimum like 3 months. Probably longer. Could be much longer. Right? A lot of people don't understand the macroeconomic situation, like how severe it actually is with supply chain issues, inflation, etc., etc., etc. It probably isn't as worse as it's going to get yet. By the way, guys, the reason why we didn't do a morning domination stream today, why I did a little bit later, somebody is working on the building right now, right? So if you hear a lot of banging, a lot of drilling going on, that's because there's some construction going on outside. It was a lot louder just a few hours ago, which is why I did have to delay the stream to around noon today. But we will be back on the regular schedule going forward. But yeah, if you hear some hammers banging, some drills going off, just understand that there's some construction going on. So I do apologize if it lowers the sound quality of the stream, but do be aware of that. And Luthi saying, hi, Connor. What's up, Luthi? Rachel, Dave. What's up, Dave? How are you? Elvis asking once again for TA on Rune. Elvis is super eager to get my take on Thorchain. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. So Thorchain looks pretty similar to Matic and getting denied right at this previous support level down here at $2.36. And that most likely does line up with a Fibonacci level. Lines right up with our 50% Fib, all right? So I have not been watching Rune, right? I haven't been trading Rune. But when you have a nice previous support level and you have the 50% line up exactly at it, right? That's a pretty good indication that price is going to face some heavy resistance there, and that's exactly what did happen. As you can see, price went ahead and used this as a pivot reversal point, formed a bit of a symmetrical pennant up here. If we go to the 1 hour, you can see a better image of that. Right? Price started to coil up like so. Went ahead and broke down lower, okay? And it did lose some key levels. We do have this drop-based rally demand level over here on Rune coming into play at 195 down to 190. Another big level is going to be down here at 175. Okay, so watch for Rune to slow down at these levels. But yeah, this thing broke down. Your opportunity for a trade, I would say, is not there currently, right? You would have wanted been short from like this trend line break, right? You would have looked to enter short up here at the Fibonacci retracement level, at the trend line break, etc. And you would have already called, like, what is that, a 10% move? 12%, 11.5%, right? So if you're looking for a short, I would wait till we get a bounce, right? And this looks like a pretty good level for a bounce here at around 220 up to 225, 224. If this does want to bottom out here, yeah, right in our 38.2 at around $2.20 on Rune. But yeah, Rune breaking down just like all your other altcoins because everything has been stagnant, just waiting for Bitcoin to make its play. All right, so Bitcoin went ahead and lost support. What did Thorchain do? It broke down as well, currently down around 12% from its breakdown. And yeah, it's in no man's land right now. So like I always say, I don't like to trade in no man's land. You want to be able to trade the extremes, right? This is an extreme, right? We're all the way at the top, overextended in resistance. Now we already broke down 12%. We're no longer at the extreme. We're now in no man's land down here. Now I will trade in no man's land when I see a pattern form. All right, so when we have another pennant form, another flag form in the middle, right in the middle of a range, then I'll take that as a continuation. But right now, we simply don't have one of those patterns forming just yet, so I'm not necessarily interested in taking a position on Thorchain right now. Amster Camp saying, hey, Connor just joined and massively short on BTC again and juicy profits. Love to hear that. Love to hear that. Let's take a look at Bitcoin again. So I'm assuming you went ahead and shorted up here at around 21,500, 21,600. And yeah, if you shorted up there, you are simply crushing it right now. So keep on riding that down, I would say. And we'll see if we do get some counter reversal here going into the stock market close, which is only around 3 hours from now. But yeah, Bitcoin did get rejected up here at 21,500. Everybody who was short is printing cash right now. And let's also take a look at Cardano before we do move on to our next segment of the live stream. So looking at Cardano, as you can see, did get rejected up here at 52 cents. Now 52 cents wasn't the top of the range. The top of the range was going to be up here around 55, but 52 was a big resistance level, and price did manage to pierce through it, but that was the top, all right? So Cardano got rejected along with BTC. That was the level to actually go ahead and short up here. So yeah, that's ADA, right? So now we're back into this range. Let's go ahead and extend, not that line, but this line just here. If we go ahead and extend this line right, as you can see, we are now going to come and approach this support trend line once again at around 47.7 cents, all right? So that would line up as well with this previous resistance, as you can see, with all the candle bodies and wicks opening and closing at this level, 47.6, 47.7. So that's 88, but most likely, right, if Bitcoin does continue its downtrend, this is going to plunge as well and make some lower lows, right? Make some lower lows past its low over here at 40 cents. Cardano, 20 cent Cardano, even 30 cent Cardano is pretty much an easy tee up 10x if you buy it and hold it for the next bull run. If you have the patience to do that, buying Cardano 30 cents, 20 cents, it's pretty much a layup, bare minimum 10x, I would say, for the next bull run, right? Cardano isn't going anywhere. It's going to stay at the top of the market cap, and it's only going to continue getting advanced. This bear market is actually a blessing for Cardano because they take so long to actually ship out development. So now they're just buying more time. And by the time the next bull run does roll around, they're actually going to have a lot of working products, working blockchain, a lot of decentralized applications. Cardano will be well positioned at that time. So I think if we see 30 cent, 20 cent ADA, that's almost in a slam dunk 10x, not financial advice for that next bull run. But for now, we want to go ahead and wait for Bitcoin to confirm its downtrend, and then we'll short Cardano all the way on its way down. All right, so that's ADA. Still really, it's not completely lost just yet, right? As you can see, it's still 48.9 cents, right? Unless we start breaking support down here at 47, then again at 45, then we're in deep trouble with this. But really, it's just waiting for Bitcoin to also make its move. So that's ADA. Randy saying, I tried a couple of trades on the weekend, but I got cut up the choppy market. This is why I need the Discord. Absolutely, Randy. We'll get you in right after the live stream. Jazzy saying, what's good, Crypto Empire Knights? Connor, you're a legend. Appreciate you, brother. Big shout out to Jazzy. Thank you for all of your support. And we got our guy Rutique saying, AVAX, time to short. Yeah, AVAX does look about ready. Looks about ready to go ahead and break down. If we put up a channel, nice parallel channel on AVAX, right? We'll see if we do lose the bottom of this channel here, break through this demand zone, and then head back down to first stop would be around 1750, then in the 16s. Let's go ahead and move on because I do have a lot of other stuff I want to be talking about right now. So first of all, we're going to speak about the centralized finance lenders in crypto and how underwater they are. So we all know about Celsius, They paused their withdrawals. Goldman Sachs wants to buy $2 billion of their assets. Not confirmed just yet, but that is on the table. It's a deal on the table. Very ironic because Alex Mashinsky was the guy who was saying that, he was going to beat the banks. And, you don't need the banks if you have Celsius. Now the banks are going to fully own it. So, bit of irony there with Celsius. Three Arrows Capital, we all know about that. Got destroyed. Already faced $400 million in liquidations, and if price drops lower, they're going to be in some more hot water. They're way over leveraged. BlockFi, $15 billion assets under management, and just did a deal with Alameda Research for $250 million. All right, so they're in debt to them now. And we also have BitMEX, had $6 million exposure to 3 Arrows Capital, and all these other firms, loans and over leveraged and now in debt. So more house of cards ready to fall. So for everybody thinking that the bull or the bear market is over, a lot of stuff on the table now that can cause the price to sell off instantly very quickly. All right, and as you can see, Voyager, this is today breaking news. Voyager Digital, Voyager, of course, the exchange crypto lending platform. They issued a default notice to 3 Arrows Capital for failure to repay a loan of 15,250 Bitcoin and $350 million in USDC, US dollar coin. All right, so 3 Arrows Capital issuing the notice of default, or Voyager issuing the notice of default to 3 Arrows Capital. This was expected to happen. They want their money back. 3 Arrows Capital doesn't have it. As you can see, last week, Voyager gave 3 Arrows Capital deadlines for the repayment of its Bitcoin and USDC loans. The firm requested $25 million to be paid last Friday and also requested the payment of the total balance on Monday. However, despite the deadlines given, 3 Arrows Capital was unable to comply. On Wednesday, Voyager's share price plummeted by 60% as crypto stocks went on a downward drive. The next day, Voyager reportedly cut its withdrawal amount from $25,000 to $10,000 amid its current issues with 3 Arrows Capital. All right, so Voyager wants their money back, but the money is gone. What happens now? Crisis ensues, and 3 Arrows Capital in super hot water, like 15,250 Bitcoin. That is a lot of money, and then 350 mil in USDC. And of course, Voyager did the deal with Alameda, so they don't go under when all this is happening, right? So Voyager notes that it has access to $500 million in funds from its loan agreement with trading Alameda Research. So it's just an absolute mess of a situation. They've already accessed $75 million worth of funds. So what happens? 3 Arrows Capital can't repay them. If Voyager can't repay Alameda, it's just a complete mess, and it's going to crash everything. Also, speaking about Luna, so Do Kwon is now in the crosshairs of Anonymous. All right, so Anonymous went ahead and made another one of their famous videos, and as you can see on Sunday, a video coming from the Anonymous hacker group rehashed a laundry list of Do Kwon's alleged wrongdoings, including cashing out $80 million each month from Luna and UST prior to its collapse, as well as his role in the fall of stablecoin Basis Cash, for which Do Kwon allegedly co-created under the pseudonym Rick Sanchez in late 2020. So Anonymous went ahead and said, Do Kwon, if you were listening, sadly there is nothing that can be done to reverse the damage that you have done. At this point, the only thing we can do is hold you accountable and make sure you are brought to justice as soon as possible. All right, so interesting stuff here coming from Anonymous. And yes, Do Kwon, I mean, listen, we do need answers, right? We do need some answers here. He's over here pretending like everything is well and okay with his new Terra chain. But yeah, we definitely want some answers, so just kind of funny to see Anonymous making videos. Usually nothing happens when Anonymous makes a video. Like, nothing happens at all. But we'll see if something goes ahead and happens this time around, if this is brought to light. Let's just run through this news. All right, so we do have this article from Cointelegraph as well, saying that Metaverse can't be built on the corporate business model. And this is obvious, right? Obviously, last year when Facebook went ahead and changed their name to Meta to build the Metaverse, That caused the prices of all the metaverse cryptos to pump. But Facebook is a Web 2 corporate company, and their version of the metaverse is like a complete joke, where you don't own any of your assets. If you run a business in their metaverse, you need to give them like a 50% tax cut, like a cut of all your profits. Complete joke. And yeah, obviously we've talked about the Facebook stock here. Right? If we go look at this stock, like its share price reflects how much of a joke the company is. Right? They were a good company years ago when young people used them. But now really it's only old people that barely know how to work a computer or smartphone that use Facebook mostly. And yeah, they made all their revenue from, of course, taking everybody's personal data and selling it to third parties. And now with Web3, with decentralized identity, we're going to own all of our data, which is going to make Facebook completely obsolete. So this stock is already down. It's down 55%. And yeah, I mean, this thing is not a stock that I would want to own in my own personal portfolio by any means. I mean, we're on a 3-day chart, and we're now coming to a 3-day demand zone. Right? So you expect we're on the higher time frame. Demand zones, you're going to see a big bounce at a 3-day zone, a weekly zone, right? If we go to the weekly on this, right, it's a drop-based rally, weekly demand zone. So you're obviously going to see a strong reaction. If you want an example of that in crypto, well, we'll go back to Matic, and I'll show you what happens when Matic goes to a weekly zone. As you can see here on Matic Network, right, if anybody remembers this time period, I was making videos about Matic saying it was going to explode over here when it was in this consolidation formation before its run up to $2.80 up here, right? But anyway, you have a rally, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks of basing before an explosive move out. What happens when price comes back and it tests that weekly demand level? Well, it has a very strong reaction. That's how supply and demand works, right? It really is that simple. It has a strong reaction of 100%. Okay, so that's how weekly zones work. When price comes into a weekly area, you expect a very strong reaction. So that's what we're seeing on Meta, also known as Facebook, with that weekly reaction. But we are expecting that to continue down lower and then most likely never recover from there. All right, so yes, the metaverse cannot be built with the corporate business model. I just thought that this was an ironic article to speak about today, being the fact that Facebook changed their name to Meta, and they're the epitome of the corporate business model where they will suck your soul dry. All right, so boycott them by any means necessary. I would delete the app from your phone as well. All right, so now some more positive news. We have an article saying that Bitcoin is dead. Whenever we get articles saying that Bitcoin is dead, that's a very good sign in a bear market that things could be starting to turn around, right? We want to see all the articles come out. Bitcoin is useless. Bitcoin is dead. Bitcoin will never recover. Bitcoin isn't what it's cracked up to be. Every single bear market, we have these articles come forth. And that's just a telltale sign that we are in the right place and it's a good time to be buying for the long term. So we have this article from Cointelegraph today saying that Google users think Bitcoin is dead. So that's perfect. That's what we want to see. We want the Google users to think Bitcoin is dead, that it's not worth buying, etc., etc. We'll continue to buy cheap Satoshis, right? Cheap fractions of Bitcoin. Keep on stacking, right? If you don't have a whole coin yet, I would strongly consider getting yourself a whole coin. Multiple if you have the means to do so, right? You're definitely going to want a few if you can do that. And yeah, this is just good news overall to see that they're saying that they think Bitcoin is dead. All right. So good stuff from here. They give a lot of on-chain examples, a lot of on-chain analysis. Look, we all know that Bitcoin is very low, that it's below the 200 week moving average, as well as the 1,000-day moving average. So yeah, Bitcoin in a good spot to buy for the long term, and we are waiting to see what does happen here in the short term. Looks like we could be flagging. Apologies for that banging. That is the construction that I was speaking about earlier. But yeah, Bitcoin looks like a little bit of a bear flag in formation here. We'll see how this one does actually develop going forward. And then also, talking about stocks. So Goldman Sachs downgrades Coinbase stock to sell. All right, Coinbase. I mean, what a joke of a company. What an absolute joke of a company. If they didn't just go by their stupid corporate guidelines, they would still be crushing it at the top of the crypto game. But unfortunately, they were infiltrated by the complete joke of mindset that the West does produce. So now it's going under, and rightfully so. Right? You go woke, you do go broke. And Coinbase getting downgraded by Goldman Sachs to a sell. So not a surprise really to me. Coinbase, I mean, if they just kind of did things normally and weren't just a modern day Western corporation, the way they run things, they would not be downgraded to sell. They would be crushing it right now still. So yeah, CEO Brian Armstrong is saying that a recession could prolong the crypto winter and lead to an extended period of adverse market conditions. I do agree with that. But yeah, Coinbase, their IPO literally did mark the top of the market as well. All right, so yeah, wouldn't feel confident holding Coinbase stocks. I wouldn't feel confident holding any assets inside of the Coinbase exchange. I wouldn't feel confident even using Coinbase at this point. There's so many other centralized exchange options to use. I mean, it still works, but there's so many other options to use where you're better off using a different centralized exchange rather than Coinbase. All right, so just be aware of that. Get all of your money off the centralized exchanges. Get yourself a hardware wallet. Don't know why you don't have one of those just yet. And that's the safest place to keep all of your crypto. Now, a few more things before we get into our altcoins deep into the TA is the Arbitrum Odyssey. Week 1 is ending. Right, it might be over like right now. So you should have done this already. Right, I made a full video on how to do this. And I told you to follow Olympio Crypto, and he was saying how the HOP protocol bridge is now the bridge with the most volume and addresses. So if you didn't use the HOP protocol bridge, you should definitely do that so that you get the bonus NFT from the Arbitrum Odyssey Week 1 airdrop, right? And you can see your progress over here on Project Galaxy. I use like all these bridges, but for some reason it only shows HOP mainnet. Whatever, should get credit for it. And that's the Arbitrum airdrop, right? Expected to be a massive airdrop. Arbitrum, big project, right? It's going to have a lot of traction as a layer 2 on top of Ethereum next bull run. So if you can get the token now, probably going to be a big winner next bull run if you do want to hold on to it. Or you can sell it as soon as you get the airdrop, or for whatever amount it does come out to be. But I would say probably going to do very, very well next bull run. So yeah, get the airdrop completely free. And I teach you exactly how to do it on the channel in my tutorial videos. So go ahead and watch those so you don't miss that, because it's free money. With that being said, it is now time to go ahead and take a look at some more alts, even though nothing is really happening too much with our altcoins today. Moby saying, I agree with your ADA analysis, Connor. No guarantees, but it's basically a guarantee. Things like ADA, Matic, can 10x. Pretty much, yeah. Jazzy, can you please take a look at the Glimmer chart? Jazzy wants to short Glimmer. So Glimmer went up to resistance up here at 80 cents, 78 cents as you can see, and that was your rejection point. So really your short entry would have been up here right at resistance. Now we're back at support down here, right? We don't want to short at support. So how to play this? Well, if we do get a bit of a relief pump, you would want to short back up at resistance again. And as you can see, a rally-based drop supply zone did form up here. Okay, and its high is at 74 cents. So if this does form a local bottom down here at support and we get a bounce, right, you basically want to look to short the bounce for the next leg lower. All right. And you can also look to the left, and you can see that all these wicks heading over here, into the 73 to 75 cent area. These are all indications that this is resistance. It's still resistance despite that price broke through and is now back below. This is still a resistance area, and it does line up right with the supply zone as well. So for Glimmer, you basically would look to short a bounce, and you do have your 38.2. So I like 73 cents, and you would just want to put a tight stop on here, right? And I wouldn't use any crazy amounts as your margin for something like this. Would not go heavy on a short, but this is more of a scalp. And yeah, you can go ahead and ride it down to lower support levels. 60 cents, we do get a big drop, even 56 cents. Right, so you're looking at, I mean, this should be an easy 3 to 1. If you do get filled and it doesn't wick past up resistance again. But that's your Glimmer setup, right? But currently it's in support, so you don't want to do anything right now, right? You want to wait for an extreme again to look for an entry into a trade. Let's see. Will Tether fail? Doubt it. I think it's too big to really fail. With their audit as well, they can move money right into place and pass the audit with flying colors like they always do, so I wouldn't be worried about Tether failing. Florence saying, unfair comments in the chat yesterday. Always great to watch your shows. Thanks. Big shout out to you, Florent. And I wouldn't really call them unfair comments, but I do agree with you. It's more of just like trolls who are projecting their own insecurities onto, you know, people out here actually doing something productive with their time. So I mean, I wish all the trolls well. I really do. I give them my blessings. I hope that they change their current outlook on life to not be so miserable. But unfortunately, the vast majority of the population is in that kind of miserable mindset most of the time. So when they go and project their own insecurities, it's just something that happens, right? Just a part of life. But I do appreciate your support, appreciate the positivity. And, you know, shout out to all the trolls, you know, hiding in the shadows like a bunch of cockroaches that, you know, when you shine the light on them, they scurry away and hide back into the shadows. You know, shout out to those people as well. You need balance in the universe. You need good people. And you need trolls like that. So, you know, they're playing their role, but I do hope that they change eventually. Let's see. Moby showing support. Art Ramon Painting saying 11K, buy. Yeah, we'll see if we do get down to 11K. I'll buy. 100% I'll be buying Bitcoin down at 11K. Robert Creed saying sup after Ask bought about DAP Radar here last day. The price pumped. Maybe a whale watching here. Possibly. DAP Radar. Radar is the ticker symbol here. Yeah, this thing did pump, huh? Wow. This thing went parabolic. That's like a 5x. It's like a 10x. Yeah, so you do get these obscure altcoins pumping from time to time. This thing has a market cap. It had a $3 million market cap, and now it's $10 million. So, yeah, congratulations if you caught this move on Radar. But wow, what a pump here. That's like a 10x in 3 days' time. Amsterdam, what do you do with smaller crypto/alts that are often not compatible with Ledger wallets? You got to put them in a hot wallet, or you got to leave them on the exchange. Just be aware of the risks that do come with that. But yeah, you can put it on a hot wallet. Often MetaMask, you'll be able to put your crypto on, right? If it's on ETH or any Ethereum blockchain, or you know, if it's on Solana, Phantom Wallet, right? Just put it in your hot wallet. It's not compatible with the Ledger. Smash up that like button 100%. Shout out to Crypto Steve saying Trucker Crypto Steve checking in. I'll be catching on replay when I'm trucking all night. With that said, thanks for all you do. One question, any idea what wallet to hold Glimmer to get off Qcoin? Fearless Wallet should support it. If not, Polkadot.js. I have mine in Polkadot.js. But for an easier option, you should be able to use Fearless, which you can have on your mobile phone. Yeah, Fearless should work, but if not, Polkadot.js wallet will work as well. That's where I have mine. I have a full video on Polkadot.js. Trucker Steve. Here we go. Polkadot.js browser wallet tutorial. This one just here. I'll leave this link in the chat for you, but you can put it in here or Fearless. Either works. J. Paul saying, in order for wolves to thrive, they need sheep. Absolutely, J. Paul. I agree with that. And Jazzy saying, class act with your troll response. Philosopher and Crypto King. Big shout out to Jazzy. Appreciate all your support, my man. And Sue Generous saying, I was lucky to buy Radar at 0.009. Big gains there for you. If you bought it at 0.009, you know, you caught at least 3, 4x, 5x on that. DApp Radar. The world's DApp store, home of Radar, and the most trusted source for exploring DApp data. Interesting. I'll pay more attention to this, but I mean, this could continue, right? If this wasn't just an exit pump by whales, when you see a huge move like this, basically, it's either going to immediately come back to where it was, or it's going to form a flag, a pennant, a breakout pattern, right? And you would be able to go ahead and spot that with your technical analysis. And then you would look for the next continued leg up higher, if it does want to do that. All right, so we'll watch this develop on Radar. We'll see how it does actually shape up. And yeah, congratulations if you made gains on this, but could have another opportunity for a continuation pump if it does want to do that. We'll see. We shall see. And let's take a look as well at CRV we were talking about. So CRV went ahead and broke down from this bull flag, as you can see, right? Went ahead, pumped up, was flagging, broke down, retested the previous flag structure as resistance. Now breaking down, and does look like it wants to head lower, all right? So CRV, all trade setups long were completely invalidated with Bitcoin going down. That's just the current market we're in. So that's why I'm not eager to open up like 3 trades at once, even 2 trades at once. I'm really only going for 1 position at once that I'm confident in. And yeah, CRV didn't end up breaking to the upside with this bull flag. Was a valid setup, but simply didn't have it in it to go ahead and push through resistance. As you can see, resistance coming into play just over here on the left side of my screen. I didn't have it in it to push through there. Casper as well. Casper had a nice pump, right? We took a look at Casper yesterday, and it did end up, right, we were talking about the scenario of this breakout above the trendline resistance, and it did actually end up breaking out above. All right, nice explosive pump on volume. As you can see, even this red candle, there was a lot of buying volume in here. So this is one example. I mean, this decided to pump this morning, even with Bitcoin dropping, right? So it does happen. When you see a coin at resistance coiling up like it wants to break out, you look to play the breakout, and Casper did go ahead and break out. Nice pump here of 25%, and now starting to come back down. We'll see if this was just another exit liquidity pump, or if, you know, we're at the start of a smaller continued uptrend on Casper. FET. Let's talk about FET. So FET is a very solid project. I still stand by the fundamentals of this coin. Yes, it is destroyed, right? Why is it so destroyed? Well, listen, people definitely panic sold. People wanted to exit, but I think a lot of this is market makers just destroying the price of the token, right? Because the fundamentals of this thing are very solid, right? Fundamentals check out. Fundamentals have not changed, but this thing is in the dirt, right? It went down to 7.3 cents, wicked down to 6.6 cents, all right? Just dirt cheap prices, and can still drop lower, but I would say if you can hold this until the next bull run, it's going to give you some very high returns, right? Even up to 80 cents. Spent a lot of time up here. 80 cents is a 10x from here, okay? A lot of trading activity up here. And I mean, if you guys remember this as well, when price was up here, right, all these high wicks, this thing is definitely heavily manipulated. But eventually the fundamentals will shine through, and there will be a need to actually hold the token. And I think it will perform very well when that does actually happen. But FET completely destroyed right now, getting a beating, complete beating. H-bar as well. We took a look at H-bar yesterday in the stream, saying how we wanted to get above this resistance trend line. But as you can see, price went ahead and actually broke the lower support upsloping trend line. Right, we went ahead and broke down, and yeah, we want to see if we do want to go for a little touch and a little bump and run, where we go for a retest. That's your bump, and then the run is the continuation move downwards on H-bar. But on Bitcoin's move, we did actually go ahead and start to break down on H-bar. Okay, but H-bar, if we look at the daily chart on this thing, this thing has been selling off very, very aggressively. On the weekly, I mean, we're at this weekly support, so long-term speaking, amazing level to be adding. And over here at 4.1 cents is another big level to be adding H-bar. But here we're at a weekly level, so that's, again, what we were talking about on Meta, the Meta stock, and Matic. The weekly levels are going to have a big reaction. We see this on H-bar right here. So not a surprise, but we're breaking down from that trend line to start the new week. So we'll see how it does actually end up shaping up on H-bar. Chainlink. Always watching Chainlink. Another one of my favorites to trade. That's another thing, a little quick tip. All of you aspiring traders out there thinking you need to be watching 10 different charts, pick one, start with one, work your way up to maybe like 3 to 5 coins that you watch regularly that you just trade, right? Chainlink, Matic, Cardano, those are my top 3 that I love to trade. I will take trades on other ones like Solana, maybe sometimes on Litecoin, right? Big high cap altcoins. But here is where you want to hone your skills, and you want to learn the rhythm of how each asset moves, because each asset moves differently. They don't move the same. And if you can learn the rhythm of how one coin likes to trade, it will give you a significant edge rather than just trying to pick and choose a new altcoin every single day. Yes, some good setups will present themselves on random obscure altcoins over time, but for the most part, you want to be looking at the same charts, the same coins every single day, and learn how they like to move. Understand the key levels on those charts so that when it gets to a key support level, you know to buy, and when it gets to resistance, you know to sell. So 750 held very strong on Chainlink, right? Got rejected 3 times up here at 750 before now rolling over, breaking down through support, now trading at 650. If we lose 650, we're headed back down to 6 and then into the 5s once again. Right, as you can see, we do have a nice level here on Link currently coming into play. But yes, 750 cannot break through. Right, I traded it from 680 up to 745 successfully, and that it did that a few more times where it came back down to 680, back up to 750, just in that tight range. That's like a 10% swing still, 9.5%. But really, I look for a bigger push, and the market is just not giving the bigger pushes right now. It's super choppy, so you need to be quick to take your profits on your trades before we do actually enter a longer established trend in either direction that we can look for bigger swings to actually go ahead and ride out. Robert saying he got the Radar airdrop in December 2021. Awesome, Robert. Good for you. Labradoodle saying, do you recommend getting Rune off of Qcoin, and how do you recommend? Yeah, I would say you can get your Rune off of Qcoin. You can create something like I don't have it here, but a wallet, a cross-chain wallet, XDeFi, if you don't have that already. And then you can send it to your XDeFi wallet and then convert it to native Rune once in there. But yeah, I do recommend getting that off of Qcoin. But completely up to you, of course, not financial advice. But yeah, you can use an XDeFi wallet or even just a Keystore wallet on Thor Swap. And then you can move your funds over to native Rune over there. With that being said, guys, if you are trading and you don't have a trading account just yet, sign up with Bitget. With my link, you do get free money when you sign up, right? Some awesome bonuses right now with Bitget. So I recommend you sign up, you deposit some money in, and you get your bonus money. You can use that to trade. You can't just take your bonus money out, but you can use that to trade as margin. And if you win your trade, then you can go ahead and do whatever you want with that money, all right? So free money on the table here with Bitget. Great trading exchange. Go ahead and check it out for yourself. Use my link down in the description below for Bitget. Blah blah saying, you once said regulations will kill a lot of coins. Don't you think privacy coins like Monero will be in crosshairs of the people in charge? If yes, why are you so bullish on Monero? Greetings from Germany. So good question, blah blah. It's simply a matter of principle of why I am so bullish on Monero, right? It does give you sovereignty and freedom, right? Which is what I am a fan of, right? That's how I like to live my life. So a lot of these coins are garbage, but something like Monero, it's one of the original cryptocurrencies. It's a proof of work decentralized blockchain. And it's the same thing as Bitcoin, but it allows you to send transactions anonymously. I think that has a huge use case. It has a purpose here in the world, right? And I just think not enough people have actually caught on to what it is. And you can't, you can make it illegal to own, but nobody knows that you own it, right? I'm not saying break the law at all. All I'm saying is you can't stop anybody from using it ever, right? Once you have it in your wallet, you can't stop anybody to send it. Nobody knows who sends it. Nobody knows what amount. It's literally impossible to monitor. So yeah, they can ban it. They can do whatever they want, but it's not going to stop anything. So yeah, I'd love to see that happen, where they go ahead and do that. I'll still be holding mine. No questions asked about that. But yeah, a lot of the garbage does need to get flushed out. And I think regulations will go ahead and do that. But I feel very comfy with my privacy coins such as Monero and Pirate Chain as well. Just as good. Monero is the OG though. Amster Cam saying, how do we know all these small hot wallets you mentioned are safe? Sounds risky. They're official. They are from the official projects themselves, right? So if you go to Solana and over here wallets, you can use any of these, or you can go to solana.com, go networks. Let's see. They used to have Phantom Wallet right on here. Network status. That's pretty funny how they have that up here. Yeah, they got rid of their little wallet section. But I mean, Phantom Wallet is like the official Solana wallet. MetaMask is the official Ethereum wallet. They're official wallets. You don't have to worry about them not being legitimate. Obviously, if you use an incorrect link, it's going to be illegitimate. But if you use the correct link, you won't have any problem with that. Alright guys, we've been going for an hour strong over here. RSR Ranger, why is reserve rights pumping? Peter Thiel must know something about that. Something going on. Reserve rights having a strong 4-hour candle here. Right, RSR has really been doing its own thing. Hasn't really been following the rest of the market. Has been moving on its own. And why is it pumping? I don't know the exact reason of why it is, but yeah, for sure it is pumping. Can RSR go against the bear market? For sure it can. But it's not a guarantee, and it's unlikely that it does. But if you look at this chart, it broke down. It retested trend line as resistance. So it actually is pretty bearish right now despite it pumping. If you can get back up to the supply level, it's at around a cent, probably going to be a good level for a short. But we'll see. It could just blow past it and outperform the rest of the market. But with that being said, it is time to go ahead and wrap up this episode of a Crypto Empire live stream. I do want to thank everybody for being here this morning. I do appreciate all of your support. Definitely sign up for Bitget. Definitely sign up to the Discord group. And, of course, learn how to trade. If you want to learn how to trade, you're in the right spot. Check out all of my free resources on my website, on the YouTube channel. And, of course, if you want to take it to the next level, get yourself the Premium Elite Trading course. With that being said, I hope that you did enjoy the live stream. If you have not already hit the like button, be sure to smash that like button up down below. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on all the notifications so that you don't miss any future videos. Any questions, definitely feel free to join the free Telegram group, or you can send me an email at my official email right here on the channel. Right, if you click on my channel, you go to the About, view email address, cryptoempireco@gmail.com. That is my official email address. I just realized that I was not sharing. There we go, cryptoempireco@gmail.com. That's the official email address here at Crypto Empire right now. All right, so only respond to any emails from that exact address. Otherwise, it is not me. With that being said, have an amazing Monday. Make the most of it. I'll see you all very soon. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, follow me on TikTok as well. Right, getting those TikToks pumping nowadays. And I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day.